Here's the list of most brutal punishment in the history. 1. Lingqi, China, historical. Also called death by 1,000 cuts. This ancient Chinese punishment involves slowly slicing pieces of flesh from the body over hours or days until death. 2. Breaking wheel, France, Germany, medieval Europe. The condemned was tied to a large wheel, and executioners shattered their bones with hammers, leaving them to die slowly, often in public. 3. Death by elephant. India, Sri Lanka, ancient. In South and Southeast Asia, trained elephants crushed, dismembered, or tortured criminals. Sometimes this was done as a public spectacle. 4. Burning at the stake, many European countries. Used widely in Europe for witchcraft or heresy. Victims were tied to a stake and set on fire alive, often in front of crowds. 5. Rat torture, medieval Europe and Asia. A cage of hungry rats would be strapped to the victim's body, and the rats would gnaw their way through flesh to escape. 6. Drowning cages, medieval Netherlands and Germany. Criminals were locked in iron cages and dunked or left to drown in rivers. Sometimes cages were left hanging until death by starvation or exposure. 7. Impalement, Ottoman Empire, Romania, Persia. A sharpened pole was driven through the body vertically, and the victim was left to die slowly. Vlad the Impaler of Romania was notorious for using this. 8. The Iron Maiden, Germany. Likely a myth, but feared. A coffin-like device lined with inward-pointing spikes that supposedly impaled victims when closed. Even though historians debate its real use, it terrified many. 9. Sawing in half. Persia, Spain, historical. The condemned was hung upside down and sawed in half from groin to head, often while still alive for much of the process. 10. Scaphism, ancient Persia. One of the cruelest known punishments. The victim was tied into a hollowed tree trunk, force-fed milk and honey, and left to be eaten alive by insects over days. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for part 2.